here. I've never been here before in terms of what it stands for. And maybe appropriate when we talk about Freedom Park, we need to get some freedom for SMEs in this country.
Today is the right moment to take stock and to take up the most relevant questions regarding SME development.
South Africa is certainly on the brink of one of its most challenging problems to solve, that of creating jobs on a sustainable basis. We have limited resources. That might be a constraint. What makes me ultimately positive that we can really deal with this problem is the uncapped human capital. We have barely scratched the surface of the potential of the human capital in this country.
Let's look at some of the things that we need to remind ourselves of in South Africa at the moment. Unemployment of 26%. Youth unemployment of 36%. We don't want to hear it, but it's there. The policies we've got out there favor big business. It's favoring big government. It favors big unions. The Gini coefficient in our country, we need to touch on. The gaps between the top and the bottom is the highest in the world, 0.7 I think it is. Brazil and India, countries that we are competing with, have taken SME development to a different level and we're lagging behind. They also started closing the wage gap. Why can't we do that? Let's stop for a moment on perhaps the most important point today. We need to differentiate between entrepreneurs of necessity and entrepreneurs of opportunity.
I think the most serious challenges that our SMEs are facing in the country, it's mainly lack of funding. Lack of funding is critical, but again, I think the culture of entrepreneurship is not there, and we lack innovation as a country. So that needs to be, started from the beginning. At an early age, kids should be trained on entrepreneurship so that we grow with that spirit in mind.
Let's look at the school leavers. Let's take the end of this here, and we work out school leavers who don't have an opportunity to go to university or college, who don't have money to go there, but they're just falling off the map. Surely in South Africa, we can have a place where they can go to register, that we can take a course of entrepreneurship, even if it's a short course. What about training of the unemployed? We spoke when we came in '94 about literacy training in financial and reading and skills like that. Surely we can provide a space for people to be taught the principles of entrepreneurship.
So we need to have a look at the revision of the legal framework, the bylaws, so that municipalities can be able to assist these new entrepreneurs. So I hope this workshop will package better framework policies to advise, to also assist.
For my part, I was more interested in the red taping, to say how do we move from red tape to smart tape? How do we make sure that the regulation that government has works for the SMEs?
What we do understand in terms of the business, small and medium enterprises in general, is the difficulty of setting up a business. The red tape involved, I think we need a lot more entrepreneurial support.
We need to look at the red tape. We've got to make it easier for people to start a business.
Now, what I think is the strongest need in South Africa is the communication between labor, government and business.
I'd like to look at the topic of the introduction of SMEs as part of the value chains in large organizations.
I think the seminar today was excellent. First of all, it was organized in a way that was very innovative, that really encouraged active participation and exchange with various partners.
Today I learned a lot about SMEs and all the great innovative ideas that have been given in terms of the way forward.
I think what was really encouraging for me was to see the passion and how people are really committed to really developing SMEs in South Africa, but also to share and to see how many people are doing so many amazing things.
If we can strengthen this innovative idea, create a forum whereby all the practitioners that deal with SME could be able to network and deal with issues and challenges.
This workshop is the first step in knowledge sharing. This should become an annual event, it should become bigger, it should even become provincial maybe, in where we can have brainstorming and start looking at creating a network that somehow needs to be not totally formalized because we don't want bureaucratic structures, but out of this we need to have a voice that goes to those that take decisions.
I'm sure that today's event has led to an enhanced awareness of the necessity of SME development in South Africa, but I also think that our work is far from finished. And therefore I hope that we can and that we all will engage in a process that continues beyond this event, and that within a few weeks we can see some activity happening.